back at it again at Wario Land 2. Now Wario sees something surprising, but what could it be? Ah, they escaped by a balloon. I didn't expect pirates to have one of those. Also, how tall is this ship? Oh, Captain Syrup! Do you not know what protection programs are for? Alright, well, oh. And the incompetent one drops the bag. Alright, well then, it seems Syrup and the pirates have landed in Maze Woods. Wario, however, does not have a balloon, so he will have to use this owl here in order to get him off the SS Teacup. Alright, so once again, I will praise the idea of having to traverse through levels, so we start out in the previous world, and now we're using pretty much the main gimmick of Maze Woods in order to reach. It's not exactly a shore, but it is some rocks, so let's see if we can get to the mainland from here. That being said, though, I don't think Chapter 3 is my favorite chapter. It might be my least favorite. Oh, I do, however, love this, though. We have fishermen enemies who use fake coins to lure Wario in. I don't think they even do anything other than just bring you to a higher place, but you can tell which coin it is because it's kind of a grayish shade. But yeah, no, I adore this enemy concept so much, it's a fish who's fishing for humans. And as it turns out, he has the perfect bait for Wario. Oh, that is adorable. So yeah, great enemy. In fact, perhaps one of the best enemies, one might say. Okay, let's see. So my recent strategy has been to, like, back away from the screen as this goes on, so being from the side might not help me too much. Especially with this guy. Kinda hard. Yeah, no, I completely missed that one. Yeah, no, I was thinking, third on the bottom. But that was a duck. Yeah, I don't know what it is. You would think the fox or whatever that guy is would stand out a lot, because he's got a fairly different palette overall than a lot of the sprites, but no, I miss it so much. That one was a real doozy to get for some reason. Anyway, though, other than the very cute enemy concept, I feel like Chapter 3 is a bit of a retread of a lot of what we saw visually in Chapter 2. Not to say it's bad, though, in terms of, like, actual gameplay. Maze Woods is a different beast overall. Definitely more of a, woods focus than Chapter 2 had. Chapter 2 was more boat-focused, and this one's, you know, light on boats, heavy on forest. But, I don't know, that's just not my favorite of the backgrounds. It looks okay, but I'm not, like, stunned to be back to it or anything. Nope. Platform interrupted me from jumping on this man. And of course, the number of enemy blocks just keeps going up. Just got a whole lot of them. They are a pretty central mechanic to this game. Again, not my favorite mechanic. I am not fond of them all the time. Sometimes they're okay, but most of the time I feel they're just kind of annoying. But yeah, just kind of have to deal with it. Now, that being said, this chapter, again, does have its own thing. It's got its own mechanics, but so far we're kind of just doing what we did before. Alright, so out the door we go. Let's do some more owl control. Get off the rocks, and avoid... Oh, now they're just bombs. Before it was just like birds hovering around the ship. I don't know, maybe they're big Bobo fans or something. But it seems now the pirates have set up just little helicopter bombs around the place. So I feel like this is pretty self-explanatory. Owl has a bit of a funny way of movement, but controls very well. If you want to dismount, press the B button. Otherwise, it just kind of moves in the direction you do. It'll stop if you don't continue holding that direction, so... It's not one of those gimmicks where it just flies in one direction and keeps flying until you tell it to go elsewhere. You don't really need to go back and forth if you're waiting on bombs or whatever. But also, it can help to just reposition yourself. It's just not enforced like a lot of games, would kind of handle that situation. So yeah, we're gonna have a lot of owl control. That's just kind of this chapter's whole thing. Is it the whole thing? It's one of the main mechanics I remember off the top of my head. We're gonna be seeing a lot of it. Maze Woods just has so many owls. Just a regular infestation of owls. Did I say infestation? I meant incredibly helpful animal who does not want to be helping Wario at all. Just look at that face. No animals want to be helping Wario on his journey. This is not a Donkey Kong situation. I mean, Wario and Donkey Kong have their hoards stolen, but that's where the similarities end. Donkey Kong can, of course, employ the trust of his local animals, though I think that's kind of dwindled as of late. Really only Ramby's sticking around. And who knows what that guy's thinking. I feel like he's just there for a paycheck. I think he gets a cut of bananas every month. Wario will force his will on the animals. The seagulls will fly away when Wario lands on him. This owl is not having a good time.
Get this fucker off me! His greed knows no limits! I don't like his vibes!
Alright, that's the stage. Alright, we got, I guess, a sapling. Cool. And now it's time for us to flip some panels. Alright, here we go. That's probably a 2, right? Am I right? Actually, yeah, that has to be a 2, doesn't it? No, past me, you don't need to do that. That definitely terminates there, and I'm not seeing any of the panels down there that terminate on the bottom right like a 2 does, so... Alright. The game is finally being nice to me, though clearly I was paranoid at the time. But yeah, no, that could only be a 2. So yeah, now that I'm getting used to the game, I'm a little more used to particular tells. Oh, defeat the giant spearman. Oh, sorry, I pronounced that incorrectly.
Giant Spearman!
There we go. The old Xander Momus spin on it. Okay, now we've got to be lit on fire, as you do. So this one teaches you that these flaming blocks can only be destroyed by Wario when he's just completely engulfed in fire. And sometimes it's not simple to destroy it like that. We kind of had to run back and forth in order to actually get enough time to transform and destroy the thing correctly. Though with that being said, it still isn't a huge problem. You have plenty of time to destroy that thing. You would actively have to jump out of the bounds of that little area to mess that one up. Oh, is this the one section that I don't like? Yeah, okay, so... Hey, it's a section with fake floors. So this is one of those sections where you want to pay attention to where the enemies are and what they're doing, if you want to figure out where the fake floors are. Or you could keep falling through them and memorize their positions that way, but that sounds tedious. Goodbye, and alright. This should be the... Nope, not bonus treasure. This is this room where we need to bring a man with us. Otherwise, even with a standard high jump, we can't get up here. But jumping off an enemy with a high jump is a different story. Squish. Alright, so that's easy enough. Now then, let's solve this problem by paying attention to where these spearmen are... and losing a coin, but... I mean, do you really want to go down there, Wario? I think he actually does. Because there are a bunch of coins here. There we go, got them all. Alright, this time the Wario sync meter is appeased, thank goodness. Alright, so, with that, is there more owl control? No, but there is turtle control. Every animal hates Wario so much! Wario's not even actively standing on him, and he is just freaking out! Oh, he hates it. Anyway, another one of these. But we have to jump off 2 different enemies. one to get to this section, and you gotta carry one with you as you jump to make it to the section after that. And now we gotta redo this. I'm not surprised, I'm just disappointed. Oh, there goes another coin. Alright, well, the turtle section is... Sorry, I just noticed his arms and legs really going.
I'm done here.
I was only noticing the face at first, but yeah, no, just look at those legs go.
Oh, get him off me! Oh, get him off me!
Dude, he's not even on you.
But I can feel him! His eminent greed! It won't disappear from my body!
But anyway, as I was saying, pretty simple sections. These are just not auto-scrollers, of course, but they're timed sections where you need to do things at a, decent pace so you don't get outsped by the turtle. You can find a secret section here, and you could also do this loop twice, but I don't feel like it. I know I'm missing a bunch of coins. I'm sorry, Wario. But, like, yeah, no, you need to get through these rapids again in order to get those, and just, I showed you where they are. And look, I like getting coins, but come on, I gotta finish this stage. And this isn't one of my favorite sections. I do prefer owl control, because this is just a matter of platform quickly enough. Don't get set on fire, or you are restarting the section, because you will be forced into the water. And that's that. It is at the very least it's an interesting way to go about the gimmick. I do love the effort they put into all of the sprite work for the animals in the forest, so I appreciate the concept, but in execution, I've played these sections before, and they're a little slow, and this one doesn't really do anything to make it really grab my attention more than other sections like this, so I would prefer just owl control. Yes, I'm just going to steal that from Raocow constantly, I'm sorry. I can't think of anything else when I see those owls anymore. I can't do it, it's impossible for me now. But yeah, no, they're just more interesting sections in general. Okay, this is where the Burning Wario mechanics come into play. If you want to get to this bonus minigame, that felt kind of redundant to say, you do need to be able to rappel yourself off the wall enough times, kind of just play tennis with your burning body, in order to burn the blocks correctly. Because if you get stuck on the level below, of course, yeah, you just can't break those blocks third. Saw that one. I can recognize a Punchington punch when I see him. Alright, Wario's got a bow. He will not use the bow. Alright, so we're going to do the much more simple Burning Wario blocks over here, which is just... yeah, no, you don't even really need to time this one, just waltz back into the flames once you've burst into flames. I meant to say blocks instead of flames the first time. Either way, there's also that shortcut I pointed out that you can use if you want to, but I did want the treasure room. Anyway, Giant Spearman. Crush him with your butt. You can't really dash into him, but butt stomps work great. Yeah! You should really do a thumbs up when that little bit of the song plays, just that last note. Like right there, he's doing a thumbs up here. He should do that when you finish the stage. I know he wants to count up his coins first, but come on, the timing though. You've gotta sync up with the music. I wanna say that's 4? I could very well be wrong though. Okay, past me agreed. Actually no, yeah, no, an 8 would look different, right? I think an 8 would look a little different. And if not, then... boy, I took a chance there, huh? Okay, so 2 is obvious from a glance. I have my doubts 4 is that obvious too. Alright, through the thorny maze. Alright, so another Donkey Kong similarity, Thorn Maze. Just the usual forest song, though. No, oh, I think it's... I forget the song everybody likes. It's, Sticker Brush Symphony? I think so. That enemy's annoying because if you try to ram into him, he'll probably just electrify you, so... You actually have to dodge. What the hell? Jerk. Oh shoot, I forget the name of the song I really like from Donkey Kong Country 2, though. Sticker Brush Symphony is fine, but there's a prettier song. Isn't it like Rope something? Well, don't mind me while I watch this footage and definitely talk about the things that are on screen, like Wario collecting coins. Couldn't have said something like that without watching the video. Definitely not. So, you know, from that comment you can tell I'm definitely doing commentary on what is happening right now, and I'm definitely not looking up the Donkey Kong Country 2 soundtrack. Ah dang, Wario. What good coin collection. Dang, you really did it. Also, the seagulls are back, much to their disappointment. And back pain. I did not know that seagulls could get back pain, but, I guess they can, because Wario is just that cruel a bastard. Alright, so you're gonna want to crush down here. Now, this isn't the maziest maze on the planet, thankfully. There are worse mazes, but the path forward isn't necessarily always obvious. Just like back there, you do have to go through the ground in order to get to it. It's pretty obvious overall, but, you know, it's not a straight line. It is not a very obvious path like the other levels. Oh, got a rolling section here. If we don't jump while we roll, we wind up down here. Let's kill this man. And... oh, that's right, so... alright, gotta break this open. However, as you can see, we need to roll jump, which might not immediately be obvious, and it's a little tricky to pull off. Oh yeah, so the timings on rolling are tight enough this time around that I should mention, Wario does have to be at the ball portion of his animation in order for him to actually roll. The reason I say this is, I had a bunch of timings in Chapter 3 where I started to roll but then tried to jump too soon, so I just did a normal jump. Wario did not ball up first. So just as a warning, rolling does require a bit of build-up, which you might not have noticed before. Bottom left? Nope, okay. Yeah, so, I think sitting back is definitely the way to go, though Chapter 3 had some very difficult puzzles for me to do. I definitely got tripped up on a bunch of these. Bop you. Guess I'll miss those, oh well. Alright, time for more owl control. Again, I much prefer this to the turtle, but this is definitely a section where there's a lot of treasure to be had, and if you mess up once, you are basically barred from it. Because we want to get through these spinning spikes. I was expecting something that looked a little more natural, but okay, go off, I guess. I guess the forest just has a death trap, sure. If you get hit before this point, then you are not allowed to go in here and fall down this middle passage, which has coins. Even if you do that other section perfectly and get here, there's no guarantee you're actually going to be rewarded for it, which is not my favorite design. I feel like there should have just been one drop down. Now, I do believe you have to be riding the owl at this point if you— oh geez. if you want to find the exit, so... There's more treasure to get, and I will. But if you mess up, you can't just, like, walk of shame yourself to the end. You do have to go back to the owl. Because there are dirt blocks next to the exit, but, like, Wario cannot jump high enough to actually get to the exit from the bottom of the screen. Now, maybe you're supposed to bring an enemy, I'm not actually entirely sure. If you mess up the first thorn section... Oh wait, there's a section back there and I never noticed it. Okay, ignore what I've been saying, you can't actually go back. That being said, of course, you will lose a bunch of coins if you do get hit, so don't. This section, however, yeah, you definitely need to have an owl escort you. Oh, and I didn't mention it before, but I think it's kind of obvious considering the owl shoving itself into spikes. The owl is not your hitbox, Wario is. Alright, so we got a golden apple. We'll get another map piece in a moment. Forest interlude, there we go! Why was I thinking rope something? Is that like the name of the stage it appears in? That's an 8. Oh, that's... Oh yeah, duh, because the thing terminates at the end. God, Past Me is on the ball. She actually noticed the top left and was like, okay, yeah, no, that doesn't go down, so of course it's not an 8. You'd have to be paying more attention to the Donkey Kong Country 2 OST if you were to make that sort of mistake. Oddly specific, but that's what I'm saying. Alright, so we came to Maze Woods, and now we have to escape Maze Woods. Oh, and now we have... Oh god. Wario's awful allergy bloat. He gets stung by a bee and inflates. It looks so painful. Oh, Wario. Oh god, anybody else in your position would feel so bad for you, and the pain you must be in all the time. You really shouldn't have accepted that genie curse as a gift. It was supposed to be a punishment! Anyway, I think Forest Interlude must have played in a level with rope in the name. Ropes? Yeah, I don't remember. I don't usually remember names in Donkey Kong Country games, I'm sorry to say. They're good level names, I don't play that much Donkey Kong Country. I play enough to not be stupid, that's it. Here's another section where it's timed, we need to keep up with a turtle, but there's so much treasure! And we missed a bunch of it, but we will be back because if we go under here, there is a door. We do want to go to the door, however, there's more to get after that too. Oh, there's this dude. Anyway, to finish the thought I had earlier, Forest Interlude, definitely my favorite Donkey Kong Country 2 song. It's so pretty. Petition to have it playing from Wario's Walkman as he plays this stage. Cause I think it would kinda lighten the mood. Okay, so... Oop, can't quite get there. Alright, there is more to get though. Because as you can see, there's a little path up there, right? That might give you a hint that there's stuff that we can look for in this here ceiling. I guess I could have done this first, to be fair. In fact, I don't know why I didn't do that. Because otherwise I would have only needed to do this twice. And I really wish I'd had only done it twice. Because, look, I'm still missing coins anyway. Ooh. Felt a weird shudder for some reason. Alright, onward we go. Oh god, oh god. Wario, I'm so sorry. Oddly enough, he doesn't immediately just deflate when he hits destroyable blocks. He can destroy them. I wouldn't think he'd be able to destroy anything, but no, he can just barrel through them. So yeah, we've got another forest stage in a row, so you can probably see why Chapter 3 is not my favorite, right? We've got a whole lot of forest, and it's just kind of like this. It's not my favorite background in the first place, and now we gotta see a bunch of it. And you just have certain sections where it's just all treetops, which might look good in a different game, but here it's just... Now you're in the green zone. Hope you have fun in the green zone. Look, you can put anything you want in this background, but like... Does it matter? You're still in Maze Woods. You'll continue being in Maze Woods. You'll die in Maze Woods. No, that's not true. At least not for Wario. He'll survive. He can survive anything, even if he has such a bad allergic reaction that he actually literally turns into a balloon. He just puffs up, it's that bad. Like, most people don't have allergic reactions that bad. Also, what's with that tree over there? That's not like a hidden door or anything. I guess they just wanted the leaves to be lower, but it really doesn't look that good in this tile set. Very weak background overall, TBH. Oop, there's the exit. And not too soon, because I'm at the point where I'm just complaining. Look at that bee. Bet he doesn't have a job. Jerk. Bet he just flies around for his queen all day. You may have turned Wario into a balloon, you think you've won this fight, but you're a simp, actually. That's right, I said it. Anyway, I did accidentally destroy a enemy that I should have used to destroy that wall, and at this point I was kinda just tired of this stage, so... I did not reset for that. You don't really get much treasure for it anyway. Left, or second. I got top and left mixed up somehow. Top is not left. Top is completely different direction. Okay, so let's see. Find our way back down. Alright, so we gotta roll to destroy that one. That's fine, I'll just kill all the bees, clear all the blocks, and... Well, I failed killing the bee, but I can push him up so high that he won't be an issue anymore. Alright, so let's just do some jumps, and we are done with... Thank you. This stage. Alright, so we got a treasure, which is... I hope a kid in a mask, because otherwise that's very unfortunate. We'll just say it's a kid dressing up as a superhero. We'll Dragon Ball localize it. We'll do our best to hide this thing that's happening. Not to any particular success, but at least we tried. That could still be a 1 or a 7. Okay, that's definitely a 7. Now that I'm no longer focusing on the OST of Donkey Kong Country 2, I am free to keep my full power in observing the numbers. Okay, so thus far, Stage 5 has been the boss stage, and defeat the giant bee does sound like it is the major boss. Now, you might be thinking, well, wasn't Giant Spearman a boss? I mean, kind of, but he was a mini-boss. I mean, you saw how easily I chumped that guy, right? That guy is not end boss material, mark my words. A giant bee, however, well, that's a different story. Alright, keep trying to stab me, it won't work. I can kinda just not get hit by your stinger and just kinda brush up against your foot and it's fine. Okay, so let's remove you. I guess I could have used you to jump, but nah. Instead, I wish to fly and go in deeper. Alright, we also have a kind of a tricky jump. Like I said, you do need to wait for Wario to actually get into the full roll before you're able to jump. Otherwise, he will mess it up and just do a normal jump, which you probably don't want. I mean, I guess I'm assuming here, but I don't know, I figure if you're gonna roll in the first place, you want the roll jump. But that's just my assumption, you know, you can play Wario Land 2 however you want. Here's where the boss carts you off if you fail. We won't be needing this room, however. We will, however, be needing the Spearman to destroy these blocks. And if you could just be a stepping stone for me as well, that would be great. Thank you. Alright, is this where that thing is? Yeah, there's a hidden floor here, which, even if you're walking slowly, it's kinda hard to find that one. You do want to crouch waddle into that one. Alright, let's see. Don't have many coins, could not do easy mode, but that's fine. I'm here for hard mode. I remember repeating this one a lot, so apparently I can't find Punchy Punchington that easily. Third? Ah, I should have said third down, I was close. Got Spearman and Punchy Punchington mixed up, and I got bananas for my trouble. Okay, well, let's avoid Donkey Kong from now on, because he is not going to be fond of Wario at all. Next time you play some kind of Mario crossover game, you just see Donkey Kong point at Wario and just go, "You're a dead motherfucker. You shall perish." I feel like that's probably why Donkey Kong even bothered doing racing games in the first place. He's just going to find the people who have wronged him and run them off the road in mysterious accidents. He's basically just a speed racer villain, really. I mean, he entered Mario Kart in the first place because, of course, after Donkey Kong 2, you better believe Mario was an enemy of the Kong family. I mean, look, sure, Donkey Kong kidnapped Pauline, and that wasn't great. I think you'll find, Donkey Kong, that kidnapping is illegal. But no, seriously, you know, not a great thing, but Mario did kind of kidnap a father and take him from his son, and cage him, and whip him, apparently. That's a very annoying thing to do. It's hard to keep enemies in narrow spaces. Here we go. But yeah, no, it's no wonder that Donkey Kong 3 had just no Mario involvement whatsoever. The Kongs just could not stand the man. But hey, now Donkey Kong can commit vehicular manslaughter on Mario. And Wario. Of course, as we know, that's not going to work in the long run. Wario will just, like, turn into a wheel or something and just continue the race. He'll just get absolutely destroyed by a car, but become faster in the process. Anyway, here's the giant bee. No, not this guy, the guy who was just on screen before. He is a very easy boss. He's just gonna fly around, try to sting you. You jump on his head when he fails. And if he doesn't fail, you fly into the ceiling. Kind of par for the course. But also kind of standard at this point. I've seen Wario inflate like a balloon. Nobody else has vored Wario after that snake, though. Snake exclusive ability. Alright, avoid these jerks. Yeah, please just attack me together so I can hassle you both, get your dad back on screen, and kill him. He gently floats down. God, just the dead-eyed stare as a stage finishes. I do wish he would thumbs up at the end of a stage, but no, he just looks at you. menacingly. Okay, could be a 1 or a 7. Has to be a 7, right? No, that's a 3. I wasn't even looking at the Donkey Kong Country 2 OST, and yet... my mind is far more limited now than it was before. Anyway, that's it for Wario Land 2, and I'll see you next time when we continue pursuing Captain Syrup, who does not know how to leave well enough alone.